This is the Aftermarket Radio Network. Hey, Carm here with an important episode where the technician shortage meets apprentice programs. Now, you know how much I feel that apprentice programs will be one of your most important strategies in sustaining your business. It's time to hear firsthand from an apprentice graduate, Bridgette Johnson. She is starting her career with no debt. I interviewed Bridgette at ASTE in 2019 and spoke to her at ASTE 2021. Now, after 2 years, I felt that an update on her journey will help you realize how important installing an apprentice program is for you. I did want to know the progress and the outcome of Bridgette's training. Now look, I've got many episodes on apprentice programs that don't do this alone, really don't. Go to my website, remarkableresults.biz, and type in apprentice in the search bar and partake in the episodes to help you start. You probably know someone that's doing it already. Don't sit on the sidelines. Don't hesitate. You know, we hear over and over again that high school students happen to stumble upon a shadowing field trip in school and realize the automotive industry has great career opportunities for them. Now, this happened with Bridgette. And so when are we going to start spreading the word to our local schools? And as I said, why should we be sitting on the sidelines? Let's be proactive. Hey, thanks to our partners Apex and Shopware for providing this episode. Hey, did you hear that Apex 2021 has designated a special area, Repair Shop HQ, with you in mind? It's a one-stop destination, and it's being designed to meet product, equipment, and training needs for shop owners, managers, and technicians. It's all happening at Apex 2021, November 2nd through the 4th in Las Vegas. Every detail at aapexshow.com. You know, every piece of paper you touch adds up to seconds, minutes, and hours of your staff's time. Get paper out of your business and unlock your employees' potential with Shopware's digital shop management software on the web at getshopware.com. It's Carm Capriato, the pioneer of automotive aftermarket podcasts with over 1,000 archived episodes. Remember this, please. We all learn faster when we teach each other. Hey, warm welcome to Bridgette Johnson. Hi, Bridgette.
Hello.
I'm telling you why Bridgette is here, because it was 2 years ago, November 2019, or was that 3? Yeah, that's 2 years ago, episode 482. I was here at ASTE, which is where we are right now, and I did a great interview with Bridgette in it, and there were two other peoples and two other guys who had just started the IGONC Apprentice Program. By the way, we are at ASTE here in 2021 and sponsored by Shopware. Great to have Shopware with us as a partner on the Remarkable Results Radio podcast. So, Bridgette, I have to tell the story. So, Bridgette walks in, identical studio, those couple of years ago, and she goes, "I'm very shy, Carm." And I said, "Okay, no problem. I'll go easy on you." And the other two guys that were on it, they talked the least, and you carried the show. So if anyone wants to go back and listen to 482, Bridgette was part of that. And you did an excellent job. I was so proud of all the work you did back then. So College Apprentice Program was announced here at IGONC, and it was really designed to allow young people to go through a 2-year college program with no debt. Did you graduate with any loans? Did you?
No, I didn't. There was a full ride. So.
A full ride. Let that shake up the world a little bit, and everyone stop and think, well, how did IGONC do it? And I don't know exactly how. Obviously, they had to invest, but it was Caldwell Community College that you went to.
Yeah.
And so obviously there was some type of arrangement that brought you into the program. So if IGONC paid for it, you know what, I should do some research and find out. I'm not sure who paid for it, but the beauty of it is to take an individual who wants to be a technician in our industry and put them into a full ride, no debt at the end. And what was really good about the whole program is that you interned at L&N Performance, right?
Yes.
And that's Lucus Underwood's place.
Yep.
And you've been there for 2 years, and you're sticking around, right?
Yeah.
Cool, because Lucas is building a big, brand new, beautiful building.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I bet you are. I saw the blueprints. Lucas gave me a shot and an idea of it. Really nice. Walk me down the aisle a little bit about, what was college for you? You didn't stay on a campus. It was local, right?
Yeah, it was about an hour and 10 minutes from my house. So a little bit of a drive, but I drove every day.
Every day?
Pretty much.
Almost 3 hours a day?
A little less than that.
Okay,
yeah,
but still a long way.
Yeah.
How was college?
It was good. I enjoyed it. The people, the environment, everything, my instructors, everything. I enjoyed it. The hands-on was my favorite part. Probably, I liked rebuilding the transmissions and stuff. That was really interesting. Sometimes a little aggravating, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. I think it was servicing one. I enjoyed that too. That was a lot of fun.
Did you walk out with any ASEs?
No, not yet. I'm going to work towards that. I got a couple of certificates with like AC Delco and stuff like that, some of the learning programs that we did in class. I'm trying to think. I got quite a bit of different ones. I can't remember all of them, but I know Lucas sent us to alignment class, so that was kind of out after college.
Yeah.
But I've got a few different certificates and stuff, but I'm going to work towards the ASEs.
I'm so proud of the program that IGONC has here, the apprentice program. Proud of the fact that you and so many other younger people are going through it. And also proud of the fact, and we talked about this last time you were here, that you had a chance to go to a conference like this. Technology, I just came back from the show floor. All kinds of great vendors there. Mm-hmm. A lot of neat stuff to touch and tools, but also the training, the technical training, and of course the business management. And to have you and the other apprentices going through that last year or 2 years ago saying, what an opportunity as a young person. I mean, were you 18, 19 back then?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. To walk on this floor, and I think you said in the episode you were pretty amazed and moved, and I may have said to you, you may not realize what this is all about until maybe later in life that you had this opportunity. Mm-hmm. But to send a young person into this kind of training, not even knowing what half the stuff you were probably learning is about, right?
Yeah.
2 years ago. Now, give me a name of a class that you went to here.
The ADOS class. I really enjoyed that one. The teacher was really good.
What'd you like about it?
Just learning about all the new technologies coming out and just, the cameras and sensors and all the stuff that's, we're going to see. It's like, that's the next thing, and it'll be here before you know it, and it is here, and that's something, especially as a new technician coming in, you got to learn that stuff because, it's going to hit really big. And
okay, so here's a 20-year-old amazed by ADAS training. Trust me, you learned a lot.
Yeah.
You learned to respect it, number one, but you also learned how to calibrate, I'm sure. Mm. Even though you may not get to it, I know Lucas wants to put up an ADAS bay in his new shop. And think about the number of 30, 40, and 50-year-olds that have never been to an ADAS class. And here you are, 20 years old, and you're here and going through it.
Yeah, and I did a hybrid class, too. That was really good. Yeah, it's the future.
Hybrid, big takeaway?
It's a lot to take in, but I think it's a really cool concept, especially hybrids, I think, coming out sooner versus all electric.
Well, hybrids have been out for 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years, and we've done shows on the fact that if you're not repairing hybrids or you don't have a shingle up that says, I repair hybrids, you're missing out on 20 years worth of vehicles out there, and especially as the electric vehicles are becoming more prominent. Mm. I just talked to somebody an hour ago who had a chance to get in and drive the F-150 electric Ford.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he was so excited to tell us all about how it cornered and the power that it had, and he says he was just so impressed with that electric F-150, and I think it's the number one selling vehicle, so I think Ford is putting a ton of their reputation and their money on the line for that one. And what I heard that the starting asking price was only $40,000 on that, and
wow.
Not the normal person can afford $40,000. But you apprenticed at Lucas's place after school, before school, on the weekends. How'd that work?
Mostly after class when I was in school. Well, with COVID and everything, they had like online school for a while, like over the summer. So I got a lot of hours in then. When COVID was still going on, but they let classes, take place. I went to school, I think it was 3 days a week, and worked 2 days, or it might have been backwards. I can't really remember how long the classes were, but I know used to it was every day, like Monday through Friday, the classes were. So I didn't get a lot of hours in the evenings because it was such a drive, too, to the shop. But mostly, like I said, just worked around my schedule as much as I could.
Hey, Carm here, and coming up, find out how Bridgette found her opportunity into the automotive industry. With registration now open for Apex 2021 in Las Vegas, you can already feel the excitement building for this year's homecoming. Now, I can't wait to reconnect with all of you in person and share stories of our time apart, both professional and personal. And I also can't wait to sit in on the technical and business management training specifically for you, the service professional. With more than 20 sessions, you'll hear from the best of the best, including Mike Reynolds, who will lead training on ADAS for the diagnostic technician, and Jeremy O'Neill, who will lead a class on selling the invisible service solution. Make sure to also experience the new Repair Shop HQ and Joe's Garage. It's designed with you in mind. And visit the show floor to see many new products and emerging technologies. The dates again, November 2nd through the 4th, 2021. Be there. Hey, register now at aapexshow.com. The automotive industry is blazing through with so many twists and turns and changes. Careful not to crash. Yet amidst it all, the demand for repair is a constant. So the questions remain, will repair shops adapt or die? Well, our friends at Shopware Shop Management Software get it. Their CEO is a shop owner. They understand what it takes to repair cars, and they're ready for the next big thing in automotive. Shopware tailors mainstream web-based technology to the needs of the industry's leading repair shops. You can run entirely digital, phone optional, and paper-free. Interactive online repair orders will not only meet the needs of contemporary drivers, but they are blown away by the experience. Connecting the aftermarket together, Shopware's ecosystem enables next-generation shop efficiency and customer satisfaction without compromise. Full service onboarding and best-in-class support provide everything a shop needs to transform its business and stay competitive long into the future. Enjoy more accurate quotes, more profitable jobs, busier technicians, and of course, happier customers. On the web at getshopware.com. Your commitment is fascinating. The hour to work and the drive back over to Lucas's place and then back home. I'm not saying it's rare, but it's an incredible commitment that you made. When was it that you said, "This is my career. This is what I want to do"?
I know in high school that got my interest in taking classes. That's where it all started, I think. And at first I got into it just to know how to work on my own stuff, so I didn't have to necessarily rely on someone to do it for me, and I wanted to know more. And back to the hybrid thing, people are afraid to work on stuff like that. We need someone that, is going to learn about that and know about it and work on them. So
you're going to be the hybrid person.
Maybe, I don't know. I'm still a little iffy myself about them, but I got to learn about them because, that's the future.
What's so interesting is so many shop owners who want to do an apprentice program, and they say, where do we find the apprentice? So did you say to somebody, listen, college is not for me. I don't want to be a lawyer or an accountant, but I want to work with my hands. I want to do something like this in a technology field. But was automotive anywhere on your list of careers that you would have ever thought of?
Not really, no. Honestly, I wasn't really sure. I'm still not sure what route, that I want to go at. I'm still trying to figure out
what routes are you thinking about?
Well, right now, everyone wants experienced technicians. I don't have a whole lot of experience yet, but, I'm working towards that. Still trying to get the hang of things and just look at all the choices, even management side, I've considered that. I don't know much about that yet, but that.
But you're willing to learn.
Yeah.
Can you do a full blown brake job on a Corolla?
Yeah, I haven't done many yet by myself, just because mostly do quality controls and stuff, and go over to look at the work they did, clean up the cars and stuff. Just because it's hard to find someone to work, especially right now. Mm-hmm. It's been pretty difficult, but. If I have any spare time, I'll go hang out with the guys, do shadowing with them.
Perfect.
I'll work on one side, they work on the other, if it's brakes or something. Sometimes I get to do my own jobs, tire repairs, just, basic stuff right now.
So the story is you're a perpetual student and you continue to learn. Is there anyone in the shop you can go to as a mentor?
Yeah, just about anyone. The guys have been really supportive and give good advice. They know what they're doing. They're really knowledgeable. I got a question, they're always there to answer, help any way they can. So,
any advice to a young person, Bridgette, that just to tell them that this may be an exciting, and the shop owners that are listening to this podcast saying, wow, this is so cool. So how do I find someone like Bridgette? Someone in the, did they go to a career days at high school? Where did you find this opportunity?
I think that would help, but actually one of my teachers in high school knew Lucas, and they were like, offered all of us an opportunity to do a job shadowing there, and no one else went but me. And I'm like, and he told me a couple, I think it was like weeks or maybe a month after that I should go back to him. And I'm like, okay. And I went back, and he offered me the job, and then talked about the apprenticeship program. I had no idea what it even was until I went to Lucas, and he was, telling me about it. So
it's networking, it's knowing, somebody. But I think what you pointed out is that Lucas knew somebody, a teacher.
Yeah.
So what are we doing as an industry to meet teachers, to meet guidance counselors, to tell people this, the great opportunities that exist in this, the top 5 or 6, most important industry in all of the U.S. economy, North American economy. It's a big opportunity. But the next best thing that I think of is so cool, and you see it. It's all around you. You've seen it here a lot. We're a technology industry. And so you've got to be thrilled to be able to say, ooh, look at those computers and scanners and handheld tools. And, ADAS is all about technology. Mm-hmm. That's got to be, I think, exciting for you. I mean, you got a heck of a future at 20 years old.
Yeah, no doubt. I think a big way to connect, though, is having stuff like this, these events. And, even my teacher from college, he was here. There was a high school teacher here, spreading the word, and even the apprenticeship program, it's a great opportunity for someone, that wants to get involved in the industry. And, getting the word out, I think, is the main thing. And being that, I don't know who all graduated from the apprenticeship program besides me. I think there might have been one other person, but, since it's, not just starting, it's been around for years, but, they never did anything with it. And now that, they are, I think it's, a good thing, and I think they need to spread the word about it and make it more known, because, like I said, I didn't even know about it until I went to the shop. Yeah. So
that continues to be, I believe, the biggest gap we have is the knowledge that we need to share with people about these great opportunities. Many shops are developing or building or joining apprentice programs. A lot of shop owners are working at colleges and high schools to be on their advisory boards. And I just want the listener to have heard Bridgette's story, to hear the fact, if you want to go back and listen to her in episode 482, to realize that she's now graduated, she doesn't have any debt, she has a job opportunity, she's excited about hybrids and ADAS, and that's our youth. Bridgette has really, I think, given you the blueprint to go out and to befriend someone in high schools, get to know teachers and guidance counselors, and use these thoughts from Bridgette to excite yourself to getting involved in advisory boards, and to stop to realize that if we don't bring on these young people, help pay for their schooling, bring them inside your business in internships and or apprentices, this is another grow your own, planting the seeds for our future. And you heard her say, wow, look at all that ADAS technology. Hybrids are cool. Well, they're not going away. EVs are coming up right behind them. She is, if you will, getting a head start by just being involved. And the other thing Bridgette said that was so important is get out to a training session. Come to a place like this and realize the size and the scope of our great industry. Bridgette, thank you so much. Bridgette Johnson graduated from Caldwell Community College. Thanks for coming in and sharing your story again with us.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on board to listen and learn from the premier automotive aftermarket podcast. Until next time.